Hey, what's up guys, this is Jack and welcome back to the second part of how to make Facebook splash and lock-in screen in Android. In the previous video, we have set up the UI by using constraint layout, we have animated the Facebook logo to slide towards the top center of the screen, we have implemented the animation listener so that the rest of the views will fade in after the animation has ended. But the thing is, we have been focusing more on portrait mode all this while, which is why our app doesn't look good when we change it to landscape mode. Don't worry, we are going to learn how we can design the Facebook login screen in landscape mode in this tutorial. With that being said, let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is to create a layout directory for the landscape mode. To do so, simply click on the Project Files tab, located right here, and search for the res directory. Then right click on your res directory, new directory. For the name, we have to put layout-lan. Once you're done with that, click OK. What we need to do next is to simply copy and paste the layout file into the new directory. Ctrl C and go to your new directory and Ctrl V. Click OK. That's it. Now we can toggle it back to the Android view, and if we do it right, we should be able to see the word LAN right beside our layout file, which basically means landscape. Okay, now that we have successfully created the landscape layout, let's take a look at how the actual Facebook app looks like in landscape mode. Alright, we can see that the Facebook cover image is gone and all the other views have been realigned to better fit the screen. Now let's go ahead and remove the Facebook cover image from our landscape layout. Alright, so open up the landscape layout file and change it to design mode. Select the cover image and hit on the delete key. That's it. Once we've done that, we can realign the views by only adjusting the guidelines itself instead of each of the views individually. That's how convenient it is to have guidelines in your layout. Alright, it looks good to me now. But before we can run our app, we need to make sure that our main activity will only interact with the Facebook cover image view if and only if the device is in portrait mode, because the Facebook cover image is no longer accessible in landscape mode as we have just deleted the view. Alright, let's try to debug our app to see if it works. Perfect, it looks good to me. But what if we change the orientation? We can see that the animation to slide Facebook logo upwards has been triggered, which is not something that we want because the animation should only be triggered once unless you have restarted the app. In order to resolve this issue, we are going to need a boolean variable and the Unsafe instance state method. The reason why we need this method is because it can help us to preserve the value of our boolean variable each time when we change the device orientation. Okay, first thing first, let's go ahead and create the variable and set the default value to true. If the value is true, it means that the system should go ahead and hide all the views and trigger the animation. If the value is false, however, we should only hide the Facebook logo image view, which is for the animation purposes. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is to override the Unsafe instance state method. Now to override a method in Android Studio, all you need to do is to place your cursor at an empty space within the class and press Ctrl O. And from here, you can actually type in the name of the method and press enter. Then in the Unsafe instance state method, we are going to save the value false by using the key value set. Once you have done that, we are going to retrieve the boolean value in the onCreate method. Okay, there's one more thing we need to do. The reason why we need to add in this condition is because if we don't, this part of code right here will not be triggered after the device orientation has been changed. Alright, cool. Let's try to debug our app to see if it works. Okay, I'm going to play around with the app to see if there's any issue. Okay, it seems like everything works perfectly fine because the animation doesn't get restarted after we have changed the orientation and everything behaved in an expected manner. One last thing, we need to enable the login button after both the email and password edit text views have been filled up, just like how Facebook did it. Don't worry, this can be achieved easily by using add text change listener method. So what we have done here is that we have created a text change listener to the email edit text view, and each time when the text is being changed, it will actually check if both the email and password edit text view have been filled up. And if they are filled up, it will actually set the text color to white and enable the button. But if they are not being filled up, it will actually set the text color to gray and disable the button. Let's do the same thing for the password text view. Yep, as simple as that. We can go ahead and test it out. Alright, initially our login button is being disabled, as you can see. Now let's try to fill up both the edit text views. There you go, our button has been enabled. That's it guys, we have successfully created the Facebook splash and login screen in Android. Comment down below if you have any questions or requests on which app you want to see in naked form in the next video. And as always, if you liked the video, please hit on the like button, share it to your friends, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Peace.